Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. You should be getting audio. You should hopefully be getting everything, as a matter of fact. Welcome, welcome, welcome all to tonight's stream of Lone Wolf, The Caverns of Culter. Now, this is an interesting book. We have made some progress already. Why, oh why, is the map not showing? I'll figure that one out. Although we are already at Ikaya, and sadly we don't have a map of Ikaya. Ikaya is the ice fortress that we have had to penetrate in order to find the traitor Vonatar. Vonatar was one of those individuals who helped lead the attack on the Kai monastery and destroyed all of the Kai except for ourselves. We have survived, and we are now trying to bring this traitor to justice. But we have a limited number of days left before the ship that we sailed in on leaves. So we have to make sure that we get there. Now, before we jump into it, you may have noticed I'm wearing this rather fancy, very shiny, wonderfully made, robust metal pin with two very, very distinct red, very shiny spheres, half spheres on it. Now, these are a donation from the Holmgard Press, Holmgard Games, the folks who now release new copies of Lone Wolf, which you can grab from almost anywhere or online, YouTube and the like. And they partnered up with the Magnamund Shop. Now, the Magnamund Shop, I've put a link in the description of today's video for you to go and check it out. I also happen to have their website here. So just in case, some people asked, where did you get some of the cool stuff from? Well, this is the Magnamund Shop, and it's on Etsy. And you can see you can get a whole bunch of different pins and things that I have to say look pretty damned awesome. So they are beautifully made, robust, solid, absolutely lovely. So if you are a fan and you've always wanted to show your loyalty to the Kai, well, this is where you get it from this store. So like I said, the link is in chat, but if you just go to Etsy and you type in Magnamund Shop, you will find it there. Now, they have gone further than that, and they have said, we will give one of these away. So they have sent it to me, and I've got it here, this beautiful, beautiful pin. It's very well made. Like I said, the pin at the back is incredibly robust. Really, really, really good stuff. Let me just go back to full screen here so you can see what's going on. So, lovely pin, very well made, very well executed, solid, made out of zinc or pewter, or I don't really know what it's made out of, but it's made out of something like that, worth 10 gold, I swear. I will be giving away one of these to you in the live stream. Now, if you won the book last time round, I'm looking at you, Regina. I'm afraid, yes, you're not eligible for this one. However, the rest of you are. Now, how do you win this thing? Well, to be perfectly frank with you, I decided that if our character should pass away, you're also going to get the ripped bag that I accidentally ripped when I was opening this up. So you should treasure that for always. As a matter of fact, yes, it needs to be recycled. Right, so if our character should die, I will throw out a vote and we'll see who gets there. If our character should get loot, well, then I think we should capitalize on loot. I do have to warn you, the badge is remarkably heavy, so my hood keeps sliding down. Now, some of you have also asked, where would you get this cloak from? This cloak, well, it's just an Amazon cheapie. And I have to say, it is cheap. It's very, very shiny. Anyway, if you saw today's thumbnail, you'll have seen the cloak in action. I went and had some fun. Right, now that we have done our due diligence to those that needed it, big thank you to all of them. Massive thank you to Sam Tung for the $10 donation. Really appreciate that. And I will pass your compliments on to our editing goblin who has joined the team, Jay Abyssal, for your comments about the new video editing. I love them. I really do. I know some people don't like them, but I do love them. I really do. All right. So let's get on with me. Yes, in the comments, a Guy edition ripped plastic bag. And I thought they were legend. Fetch me the historians. Right, there we are. Good. Richard Noling says, I'll wait for another book giveaway. Well, if you keep watching these videos, you keep supporting these videos, I'm sure we can twist another one out of whomever. Well, out of the sponsors. Now, for those of you that have not been on one of these streams before, what I will be doing is throwing out a poll into chat, which requires you to vote. So you get to choose where the story is going. And I wait until half the number of viewers have voted, at least half, and then we go forward. Now, just a quick reminder that there are 38 of you watching, and if you do find this entertaining, hit that like button. That helps. It really helps. You have no idea how it helps. It helps with the algorithms and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. So hit that like button. Now, here we go. On page 344, if you remember, we had fallen into that crevasse. We had fought the creature, and we were standing in front of the fortress door. So here we go. The fortress door is completely smooth. It has no visible lock, hinge, or keyhole. However, turning your attention to the granite wall, you notice that one of the massive blocks is different to all the others. A small triangle has been cut into its surface. If you possess a bluestone triangle, turn to 41. We do not. If you do not, turn to 147. You search every square inch of the door and surrounding wall, but there appear to be no unusual features. You are examining the stone ramp when a loud roar freezes your blood. A coal cough has entered the ice hall. You turn to see the creature bounding towards you. Its jaws are wide open, revealing its barbed tongue. You cannot evade the coal cough, and you must fight it to the death. All right. So yes, the silver key we got obviously is for something else. That had to go up by 1. Right, the Kolkoth's combat skill is 10, and its hit points are 28. Now, there is a specific note here. If you lose any endurance points during the combat, immediately turn to 66. If you win this combat without losing any endurance points, turn to 84. I don't like that, so have at you, Kolkoth. Lone Wolf loses 2, the Kolkoth loses 12. All right, well, 66 it is. Here we go. The barb of the Kolkoth's tongue holds a powerful venom. With it, it paralyzes its victims before devouring them. The venom takes only a few seconds to act. Stung by the barb, you quickly fade into unconsciousness. It is a sleep from which there will be no awakening. Your life and your mission end here. Oh, well, I mean, we were bound to have our first death, right? I mean, right? It was bound to happen. I set it in motion with the giveaway. I really did. Oh, my goodness. Right, well, okay, before we go back just a touch, and I think it's definitely the record for the shortest death. 2 entries in and we're dead. So I like that very much. I'm going to put in a vote here, and you can think about it. Think about it. Just think about it. Because I want you to tell me, should we start anew? Go back again. I mean, just erase everything that we have done thus far. Or do we just start the fight again until eventually we don't take any damage? Because making our way all the way back up here certainly is doable, but it took us an hour last time. So you tell me on the vote, what do we do? Do we start anew or do we carry on? Now, so far, 16 votes. 69% of you say carry on. 31% of you say start anew. So there we go. Do we need to go back because we could fight that all night and always take damage? Well, to be perfectly honest with you, we rolled a 4 and we took 2 damage. So statistically, there is a way that we could survive this without taking damage. But this is a vote. This is up to all of you. This is a vote. So we are almost at a quorum. If I get one more vote, that's all I'm looking for. And we can carry on from there. Because I think it's important for us to make a decision here. Are we reading the books or are we playing the books? Tricky. All right, we've got our votes in. I'm going to end the poll. Yeah, whoever wanted to restart wanted to try and save those dogs. 61% of you say carry on. 38% of you say restart. So we're going to carry on. 61%, more than half of you say let's do it. So we will do that. But before we do that, I promised that we'd do the giveaway. So I feel like we should do it on the half hour. We'll do it on the half hour. Remind me, on the half hour, we're going to do the giveaway. Got to give some people a chance to get into the chat, you know? All right. So let's just take it. Let's reset the combat. Okay. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Right. Opponent's skill is 10. And our skill is 28. We can use whatchamacallits, Mind Blast on this one. And I don't think it's been added. Mind Blast is +2. We had 19. The sword gave us +8. So that puts us on 27. So that's right. Okay, good. So there we are. We've got everything set up. Here we go. First attack of the monster. Lone Wolf loses nothing. And the beast dies straight away. So reset. Everything reset as legally it should. And we've legally come through that. We've legally survived. All right? So there we are. We have legally survived. Right. No cheating. We didn't cheat. 84. You notice that the Kolkoth has a blue triangle of stone on a chain around its neck. Suddenly you realize the significance of this strange amulet. Grabbing the blue stone, you race back to the fortress door and press it into the wall recess. It is a perfect fit. You become aware of a faint tremor running through the ledge on which you are standing, followed by the grinding noise of stone upon stone. The door opens, but it is open. The door opens, but it is only opened 3 feet when there is a loud crack and it starts to close. Without a second's hesitation, you dive into the fortress and hear the massive door crash shut behind you. We are sealed inside. 221. If it says that we die, that's it. We're starting the book again. Here we go. The corridor in which you now stand is far warmer than the icy cavern outside. For the first time in many days, you can lower the hood of your cloak and remove your mittens without risking frostbite. You notice that the stone passage ascends to a landing where another passage branches off to the east. Malaire bowls hang at regular intervals along the arched ceiling, their unnatural light illuminating the carved walls. As you approach the landing, you notice an archway leading into a small room beyond. A strange sight meets your eyes. Ragged furs, pottery shards, and the debris of hundreds of years seem to have been thrown into this chamber. A large lever protrudes from the wall beside the archway. Interesting. Interesting. Right. So here we go. I've been told to try this by YouTube, but I really don't want to. It's insert an ad. We'll do an ad just before the giveaway, I think. It does help the algorithms. Nonetheless, we have a poll. We have a poll. Start a poll. Do we, on 38, enter the room and investigate the contents, all this clutter and rubbish? Perhaps we should pull the lever. Pull the lever, Kronk. 150 experience points, if you know where that quote comes from. If we pull the lever, that's 163. Pull the lever, Kronk, gets you 150 experience points. Or we explore eastwards along the passage to 237. Well, I mean, the room is just full of junk. So maybe we shouldn't explore it, wasting our time. Remember, we are on the clock. The lever, we have no idea what it's going to do. Pulling it might just set off an alarm, or it might open the stone door outside, but that's snapped. Alternatively, if we explore eastwards along the passage, we might find something. What to do? What to do? We've got our votes in, and we know what to do. We're going to investigate the room. Maybe we'll find something. 38. After 10 minutes of searching the room, you discover an old fur backpack and a long coil of rope. You may take the backpack only if you do not already wear one. The rope counts as 2 backpack items as it takes extra space. Right, we have a rope. And I'm going to list it twice. Finally satisfied that there is nothing else of value in this junk-filled room, you leave and continue your exploration along the East Passage, 237. You soon reach the bottom of a flight of broad stone steps that ascends northward to a landing 30 feet above. The center of each step has been worn smooth by the feet of the countless creatures that once inhabited the lower levels of cold Ikaya. As you climb, you wonder how long you will remain undetected. So far, you have neither seen nor heard any other living soul in these deserted passages. You have the element of surprise on your side. You now pray that Vonator is unprepared for an intruder from the depths of his own fortress. You reach the landing and pass through an empty hall towards a darkened archway beyond. Here, the passage splits and branches off towards the east and the west. You are hungry and must now eat a meal or lose 3 endurance points. Well, I think we were getting endurance points back because we went through the... Do we do the archway? We do the archway, and now so we get 3 back, and we eat a meal, which we have. So, here we go, folks. Do we go east, 92, or do we go to the west, 297? We have no real reason to go east or west. We're inside the fortress now, so it doesn't really matter. Now this is literally just a coin toss. I don't know. Neither does chat. We're 50-50 after 20 votes. Literally 50-50. I wonder if it has to do with left-handed and right-handed. Personally, I'm more inclined to go to the east, but maybe that's because I'm left-handed and get my directions confused. I don't know. 26 votes, and we are just creeping in just creeping in, and I'm going to close it because we are good. We are good. We know where we're going. Left and right-handedness aside. We are going... Why didn't it bring up the poll? Well, it said 92. I promise it said 92. We're going east. Head east. 92. Oh, there's the poll. Well done. See, I wasn't lying. 92. 92. You walk along the passageway for several minutes until it takes a left turn. To your dismay, you see that a huge fissure has opened, destroying most of the walls and floor of this new passage. The gaping hole is dark and wide. If you have a rope, turn there. Well, we do have a rope, and we get some hit points back. We have a rope, 133. A Malaire bowl hangs from the ceiling directly above the fissure. If you wish to try and attach your rope to the bowl and swing across, turn to 201. If you do not wish to risk falling into the fissure and return to the west, take the other route by turning to 297. Are we going to luke it or not? Are we going to luke it or not? So, right, 201, we swing across. 297, we turn back. What are we going to do? A Malaire bowl. So a Malaire bowl, there's a little picture here whilst we are deciding what we're going to do. It looks like a sconce sort of hanging from the ceiling. 3 metal chains holding up a metal dish, which glows. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. By the way, at least one person got my reference to the film about pull the lever, Kronk, wrong lever. But unfortunately, I've lost the comment as to who made that comment. So there we go. Right. Poll is in. We've got our numbers. We are going to 201. What? 201? Was that even an option? Yes, it was. 201. Brilliant. 201. Here we go. The bowl creaks and splinters of stone fall from the ceiling as you swing across the black fissure. But you are lucky. The rope holds and you land safely on the other side. With a flick of your wrist, you retrieve the rope and set off along the passage. You have only gone a few yards when you notice an arched stone door to your left, adorned with strange carvings. These carvings depict hundreds of skeletons entwined around smooth blocks of stone. To the side of the door, you see that a lever in the wall is raised. If you wish to pull the lever and open the door, turn to 110, or if you wish to continue down the passage, turn to 63. Well, let's see. 110, we pull the lever. 63, we ignore the lever and continue. There is a small drawing, which I will share with you whilst you decide on your vote. Doesn't say very much about what we're looking at, but there you are. Pull the lever at 110 or carry on through. Levers are a lot of fun, and we didn't pull the last one, and we lost the opportunity to do that. So votes are in. You guys are sharp on the votes today. Brilliant. And we've got just over half, so I'm going to end it. We are pulling the lever! And also bookmarking the space just in case we have a premonition of the future and decide that it's a bad idea. The stone door grinds open to reveal a small, dimly lit chamber. A black monolith, 8 feet high, stands directly in front of you. It is covered with strange symbols. You advance to get a closer look, when the door suddenly begins to close behind you. There is no lever inside this chamber. Oh. If you wish to take a dive through the shrinking gap, turn to 283. If you prefer to stay where you are, turn to 256. Oh no! Oh, I hate these kind of conundrums. And there's an image I need to share with you. Not that it adds much light to this entire debate. Yeah, it's cool. No one panic. It's all good. It's all good. So the image is that. That's the image on the monolith. Does it mean anything to you if we turn it upside down, sideways? You're looking at it in a mirror. Or could it say lift? Lift. As a matter of fact, folks, if you look at that shape, that could be an L. No. Yes. L-I-F-T. Lift. It could be. I mean, elevator. Who knows? Are we daring? Are we not daring? Oh, we dare! We dare, I say. We dare. 256. We prefer to stay where we are. I'm bookmarking this spot. This is F5 territory. Save. You may not save in this area. No! Oh, that's me playing Baldur's Gate. Right. The door crashes shut, sealing the exit to the passage outside. Gradually, you become aware of a vibration in the floor. But it lasts for only a few seconds and is followed by a dull click. Your gaze is drawn back to the black monolith. A crack has appeared in its surface. It runs the entire circumference of the slab and is getting wider and wider. If you wish to prepare for combat, turn to 217. If you decide to press yourself into a corner of the chamber and take cover beneath your cloak... Ah! No! You can't see me, so I can't see you. Wait, I can't see you, so you can't see me. All right, well, I mean, those are our options. I think they're mature. So far it seems like it's... I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Right, 217, we prepare for combat. Have at thee, elevator door. Is this the lobby? I'm looking for Vonatar, paging Vonatar, traitor to Sumerland. I mean, we could always just hide and hope that they don't notice a green cloak in the corner. What to do? What to do? Well, I know what to do. So does Paul. And we've got our vote. We've got half our vote. We do have camouflage, so hiding isn't that hard. That is true. That is true. But the votes are in. Just. We are preparing for combat. 217. Oh, lovely. The monolith suddenly explodes, sending hundreds of razor-sharp shards screaming through the air. You are pierced by the stone shrapnel and thrown into the far wall by the sheer force of the blast. You lose 10 endurance points. Ow! If you are still alive, turn to 154. It's a murder chamber. It's not an elevator. It's a murder chamber. You are bleeding very badly from a wound in your right leg. It seems as if the flow of blood will never stop, so you tie a makeshift tourniquet around your thigh. You stagger to your feet and survey the damaged chamber. The monolith must have been designed to guard against or ensnare trespassers. A powerful glyph, which is a spell of explosive power, was obviously placed onto it long ago. You notice a panel in the north wall has opened to reveal a darkened exit from this chamber. If you wish to explore this new exit, turn to 145. If you wish to try to open the door by which you entered, turn to 242. So, take the new exit, 145. or try to open the door behind us. I mean, we've survived the Guardian, right? So if we've survived it, surely there can't be another. And opening the door behind us just seems to be going backwards after we've taken all of this damage and recovered 1 hit point, because that's what happens with healing. So the votes are in, and they are unanimous. Unanimous. Almost. 96%. 96% have screamed YOLO! Look at that. 96%. 1% apparently doesn't do anything. Anyway, so we are going to explore the new exit 145. The passage is short, and you quickly arrive at another stone chamber. Ahead, you can see a flight of stone stairs leading to a darkened archway high above. At the foot of the stairs, still upright and in armor, are the skeletal remains of an ancient tomb keeper. A large black sword rests in the skeleton's bony fingers. And there's an illustration, too, of the skeleton at the bottom of the stairs. We have a choice. Do we wish to ignore the skeleton and climb the stairs? Or do we wish to attack the skeleton? So, climb the stairs at 36, or 278, we attack the skeleton. I mean, if I was the author, I would be trying to play with our fragile little minds, that if you attack the skeleton straight away, that's what gets it to attack. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know what I mean. I feel like, am I wrong? Is that the sun? Is that pendant? Come on. Is that pendant you see there? Is that the symbol of the sun, the Kai symbol? Could it be? Is that a symbol we're familiar with? Maybe he is just guarding against bad people. I don't know. I don't know. Chat doesn't know either. 30 votes. 50-50. I'm going to leave the chat open. We've got to make a choice here. 32 people out of 45. So there are 13 votes. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's broken, and I'm going to end the poll before it settles again. Chat, definitely uncertain. All right. So we are going to ignore the skeleton and climb the stairs. But before we do that, we said we were going to do the giveaway. And so that is exactly what we are going to do. Now, if you would like to be in the giveaway, please, right now, write in chat your Lone Wolf name. So all of the Kai get a name, like Lone Wolf, Wise Eagle, Golden Bear, Randy Fox. No, they don't get that name. Smart Rune Smart, something like that. In chat, write your Lone Wolf name. And I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that. And then I'm going to randomly scroll through the list, and the first name I see is the name who's going to win this. And I'll put it in a package and ship it off to you, probably tomorrow. But wherever you might be in the world, just bear in mind this might take some time to get it to you. Please also only vote if you live in a country with a working postal service. So, for example, if you live in South Africa, don't vote, because I'm going to send this through the post, which means it's going to arrive and never actually get to you. So bear in mind there might be customs duties as well. It will be listed as a gift, for that is what it is. It is a gift from the Home Guard folks, from the Etsy Magnaman store, and from our channel to you for being part of this. So write your name in chat. Some cool names coming up. And then we will carry on. Now, while I'm still waiting for those names to come in, I'm rather depressed The price tag for the book has fallen off of the book. This book I purchased on the 10th, or in 1992. 1992. Think about that, all those years ago. Anyway, all right. So we've had a minute and a bit. I can see we've got quite a lot of names that have been thrown into the hat. I'm going to read out some of these while still waiting for other folks. Bunny of Many Suns, Steel Ape, Confused Possum, Sluggish Weasel, Fat Penguin, Honourable Rat, Truth Eagle, Hitter of Things, Cautious Raven, Shady Raya, Fluffy Lamb, Grumpy Cat, Rune Carver, Shifty Bugbear, Lonely Ferret, Chunky Lion, Humble Stag, Inconsistent Wizard, yeah, that's definitely in Baldur's Gate 3, Dying Beaver, Cowardly Cow, or Co, or Cough, depending, or Choff, Chow, or Cho, Quiet Fox, Frisky Ferret, Born Breather, oh wow, Barry Barry McCorkiner, Sunstrider, 92, aka Not That Long Ago. All right, I think we've run out of names there. Pesky Spider. So, right, this is just going to be for fun, of course, folks. So here we go. I am closing my eyes. Well, I'm not closing my eyes. I'm just going to scroll randomly up and down. Bum, 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 bum. And the first name that I see is not a name. Scrolling down. Born Breather by Craig Bontrager. Craig Bontrager. So Craig Bontrager. Bontrager. I don't know how you pronounce that. Craig, you have won this amazing Kai Initiate pendant. So, Craig, hopefully you are still listening. Please, 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 please send me an email to this address. Craig, send me an email tonight, tomorrow, whenever, saying, hey, I won. These are my postal thingies, right? Give me the postal things and a mobile cell phone number or landline, something along those lines. Sometimes the post office likes to have those that they can contact you and go from there. And so there we are. Congrats on winning the amazing little brooch. Now that all of the fun is over, we continue with our story. 36. We are going to ignore the skeleton and walk past. You climb over 50 steps before reaching the archway. As you catch your breath, you notice that a billowing and swirling veil of mist completely covers the archway, hiding whatever lies beyond. You suddenly realize that the temperature is much colder around this archway. If you have the Kai Sixth Sense, and if you have reached the Kai rank of Guardian, which we have, and possess 7 disciplines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. That's very specific. It's like if you read all of the books. 3, 4, 1. You can sense the presence of a powerful life force beyond the misty arch. As you concentrate, you suddenly recall a tale told to you when you were a small child. The legend of the Vagadin Gate. This was a tale of ice demons and how they once fought a war to be able to leave their world and come to Kulte. They were formless creatures without shape and substance, and existed as pure energy in another dimension, beyond the confines of space and time. The ice demons discovered the Vagadine Gate and sort of door between their world and Magnamund. They fought each other to enter this gate, unaware of the fate that awaited them. The ancients had also discovered the gate. As the ice demons passed through the Vagadin, their spirits were imprisoned in crystals by the cunning ancients, who harnessed the power of the ice demons to build Ikaya. The Malaire bowls that light the fortress each contain the spirits of lesser ice demons trapped within. You also remember that the tale warns against destroying the crystal prisons. If an ice demon is released, it will seek to claim the body of its rescuer. Forewarned by your Kai skill, you enter the Misty Arch. Okay, I mean, it's bad, but we're going in anyway. 264. No choices here. You enter a massive chamber, ill-lit and icy cold, a hidden temple of the ancients. The floor is made from slabs of quartz and granite and is littered with rock and ice. Your eye follows a line of tall pillars leading towards a sacrificial altar set into an alcove in the northern wall. Upon this altar lies a strange statue, which seems to be carved from smooth white stone. At its head and feet, black staves rest upright in holes bored into the altar stone. To the left of the altar there is a darkened archway through which a flight of stairs ascends out of view. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a hell of a store sign. If you break it, you get possessed by it. So our options are: we cross the temple and advance towards the staircase at 60. We cross the temple floor by stepping only on the quartz flagstones, that's 168. Or we cross the temple by stepping only on the granite flagstones, 244. And that's it. Those are our choices. So we just cross the temple, we cross the temple on the quartz flagstones, or we cross the temple on the granite flagstones. That's an interesting one. Well, if I'm honest, I don't think that the floor has anything to do with it. Surely that would make it a very inefficient temple, right? So that just seems like overkill. At the same time, though, quartz is usually white, like ice, like this area. Granite oftentimes is gray, but could be red or green, but usually it's dark gray. So I don't know. What are we going to do? Chat knows what we're going to do. Chat's decided. It's granite. For whatever reason, we're doing granite. 244. I'll save this space. F5, F5, F5. 244. You carefully make your way across the temple floor until you are standing next to the altar. The statue seems cold and lifeless, but you sense that someone or something is trapped within. You can almost hear their desperate cries for release. If you wish to strike the statue with a weapon, turn to 150. If you do not possess a weapon, or if you wish to leave the temple, head towards the northern archway by turning to 306. I mean, we really were told not to touch anything that possessed glowing magic. This isn't glowing. Technically, does have 4 black staves around it, right? Which is very curious. That does feel very much like an imprisonment, right? But you never know. Sometimes the voices in my head just make these strange votes. And then we kind of go with whatever we go with, right? But maybe we should just head up the stairs. We're assuming Vonatar is high up in the towers. That's usually where bad guys hang out. That's where we'd hang out if we were a bad guy. So the votes are in, and this is it. We're going to ignore the statue. We're just going to head on north. 306. F5, F5, F5. As you pass through the archway, you notice a lever set into the dark stone wall. You pull it, and a door slides across, sealing the temple behind you. The temperature is warmer, and you can hear a low rumbling sound somewhere in the distance. Ahead, you can see a light at the end of a dark passageway. You discover that it is shining out of an oblong portal close to the floor, through which you can see a corridor 10 feet below. If you wish to squeeze through the portal and drop into the corridor, turn to 206. Alternatively, we can continue along the passage by going to 6. Okay. 206 or 6. We can't go back, I suppose. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I know. That's pretty dangerous. Yes. Why would we drop down? Yes, it's illuminated, but we're trying to go up, right? Right? I don't know. If we drop through the portal on 206, that might lead to a well-lit space. That could indicate that there are people there. Would it be Vonatar, the traitor, though? Or we just continue along the passage. That's at 6. Let's see what vote. Oh dear, chat is split as well. We've got our number of votes, but we don't have a clear winner yet. One more vote. That's all I need. Just one more vote. One more vote. And that will get us across the finish line. Oh, and there we go. Thanks, chat. Just by the skin of our teeth. Apparently, we're dropping down into the corridor. 206. F5, F5, F5. 206. And our endurance points cut by 1. Holding your equipment and your breath, you try to land as quietly as you can on the dusty floor of the corridor. Unfortunately, you twist your ankle in the fall and cannot stifle a yelp of pain. Lose 1 endurance point. Damn. Then, to your horror, you see an ice barbarian seated less than 30 feet away to your left. His head is slowly turning in your direction. However, a quick glance to your right reveals another corridor heading north, less than 15 feet from where you are now. If you have the Kai discipline of camouflage, which we do, so I'm not going to worry about the rest, 74. The stone walls of the corridor are covered with strange carvings, which cast deep shadows. Using your skill, you hide yourself in their gloom. The ice barbarian walks slowly towards you, his movements tense and unsteady. Your skin crawls as you notice for the first time his white, pupilless eyes. Holding your breath, you pray that he has not seen you. Pick a number from the random number table. 5, 2, 8, 7. 2, 8, 7. What? 287, not 187. 287. My apologies, folks. 287. Here we go. We do get 1 back because we didn't have combat. The ice barbarian screams a low, unnatural cry. You have been spotted, and you know you must silence him quickly before he alerts the whole of Ikaya to your presence. You turn to fight. 161. The ice barbarian slowly advances, his white pupilless eyes sending a shiver down your spine. In his right hand he clutches a bone scimitar. Although it is raised to strike, his movements are stiff and unsteady, as if he were attacking against his will. He is immune to mind blast. His combat skill is an impressive 17. And his endurance points are 29. Have at you, barbarian. Yes, I love it when we roll a 10. 29, Lone Wolf. He's dead. He's just dead. Dead, 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 dead. 216. Ooh, I should be quiet in case they hear my celebrations dancing over his body. The tooth-encrusted bone sword lies at the barbarian's side. You may take this weapon if you wish. You search his body and also discover a gold bracelet on his left wrist. If you have the Kai discipline of Sixth Sense, turn to 316. Before we move on, we can't take this weapon unless we want to get rid of one of the others. Now, we're not going to drop the Sommer Sword for a bone sword, right? Excuse me. And the magic spear, which seemed to kill the evil Helgast in book 2, I don't think we should drop that either. But the bracelet, let's see what's happening, because we've got Kai Sixth Sense. Let's see. There is an aura of power encircling the gold bracelet that makes you feel uneasy. The ice barbarians rely on tooth and bone for their weapons because there are no mines in Colte. Not only gold, but all metals are considered rare and precious. You have never seen or heard of the ice barbarians trading their furs for any metal other than steel. Jewelry is of no interest to these hard and cruel hunters. You suspect that this bracelet was worn by force and not by choice. If you wish to take and wear the gold bracelet, mark it on your action sheet as a special item. If you decide to leave it, you can make your way along the corridor. I mean, it's a mind control bracelet, right? So we could put it on. That would be at 236. Or alternatively, we leave it behind. So you tell me. Yeah. Do we really need a gold bracelet of mind control for which we may be mind controlled? I mean, or maybe it'll act like it opens doors and things, and the person was only mind controlled when they put it on the first time around, but now the magic's gone. So many people want to put it on just to see what happens. You're playing with my life here, and you want to just see what happens? Oh my goodness. All right, chat is in. We've got our number of votes that we need. We need the money. Well, we've never been richer, 35. Right, the vote is in. We have decided we are leaving it behind. Quite unanimously, 215. No curious cats here. If you please, 215. Turning a corner, you breathe a sigh of relief. Behind you, all is silent. But you become aware that the low rumbling sound you detected earlier is much louder in this corridor. A few yards along to your left, a short passage leads to a closed door. Do we wish to investigate the door or continue down the passage? So here we go. Investigate the door on 13 or continue down the passage on 254. 254. What do we do? What do we do? The humming sound is unusual. Could it be some heavy machinery, perhaps? Or some magical device that Vonator is using? Could be useful to investigate that. On the other hand, is he likely to be in there, making noise and rumbling? Maybe we should just continue on the corridor. I am not sure. Let's think about this for a moment. And yeah, the votes are in. I know what I'm going to do. Right, great. We're going to investigate the door. Here we go. F5, 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 F5. 13, almost at the front of the book. There is a lever in the wall and a spy hole in the center of the door. Peering through the spy hole, you see a strange sight. A man in a dark robe is kneeling in the center of a pentacle chalked on the floor of the chamber. His head is bowed, and he seems to be in a trance. If you wish to pull the lever and open the door, turn to 128. If you wish to leave him where he is and continue exploring the main corridor, turn to 254. Well, that one I'm not sure about. 128, do we open the door and see what this man is doing? I mean, it sounds like he's doing magic, but what kind of magic? Maybe he's the one who's controlling all the ice barbarians. And if we disrupt it, it could cause him to break his concentration. On the other hand, maybe he's just an innocent and we shouldn't attack him or talk to him. Or maybe he's a super powerful mage and he's going to nuke us. I don't know. We do get our endurance point back. Chat says, and I'm ending the poll because we have our numbers, 128. Pull the lever and open the door. We're pulling levers today. This is the theme for today. Pulling levers. As the stone door grinds open, the man jerks his head back in surprise. "Who's there?" he whispers in a thin, strangled voice. His eyes glint from beneath the shadow of his hooded robe. Suddenly, he seems to recognize you and jumps excitedly to his feet. "The gods be praised, Ikaya Lord! My name is Tygon. I'm a merchant from Ragadorn. The ice barbarians kidnapped me in Lajuk and brought me here. I now await an audience with their new Brumelmark, the Sumerlanding sorcerer they call Vanatar. It seems that he shall decide my fate. But if you free me from this sorcerer's pentagram, I'll aid you as best I can." You recognize the pentacle to be a circle of binding, a magical prison that can only be broken from the outside. You can easily wipe away part of the circle and free this man. You can free him on 170. If you have ever visited Ragadorn, you can ask him some simple questions about the city to allay any suspicions you may have about who he claims to be. Or if you prefer to close the cell door and return to the main corridor. Well, we might as well ask the questions, right? So that could work. So let's go to 11. And you'll forgive me for not throwing it to the vote. If you wish to ask who the current ruler of Ragadorn is, turn to 141. If you wish to ask the name of the river that divides Ragadorn into east and west, turn to 158. Or if you wish to ask the name of the tavern in Barnacle Street, turn to 234. I mean, folks, does anyone remember any of the answers to those questions? 141. Who's the current ruler of Ragadorn? Don't remember. Not a clue. Some bloke. Lord Rygar was the Sumerlanding envoy, but he's dead. Do we want to ask the name of the river that divides Ragadorn in half? I mean, that's pretty common geographical knowledge, isn't it? And was there even a Barnacle Street? Is that maybe the street that we went into to do all of the gambling? Was that Barnacle Street? Was that Ragadorn or Port Bax? I can't remember these questions. I wouldn't make a very good interrogator, would I? Oh, dear. I'm sure Lone Wolf remembers. Sure, let's go with that one. Right, we need 24 votes. We're on 18 at the moment. Well, there is our votes. We're all going for Barnacle Street. Wouldn't it be funny if he said there's no Barnacle Street? You're all on your own. Right, 234, 234, 234. Here we go. You die. Wait, what? 234. The man hesitates and then answers, "Why, the rusty anchor inn, of course." If you wish to wipe away the outside of the pentagram and free him, turn to 170. If you do not wish to free him, close the door and return to the corridor. So, right. 170 or 254. Do we let him out? I don't remember, honestly. I don't remember if the Rusty Anchor Inn... I don't even think we even got the name of it. But we did say we were going to ask him a question, and if we believed him, we'd let him out, right? So... I guess... I don't know. Oh, voices in my head. Oh, great omens. What are you deciding? And we've got our numbers, and you are deciding that. Okay. Why did he hesitate? Well, I mean, I'd hesitate too. If you said, what's the name of the pub in Bexley Road? I'd go, Bexley Road? Is that even anywhere near me? Kind of is. All right. We have chosen 170. I'll turn to it. 170. We're going to find out what happens next week because I am a GM. And as a GM, I have to make sure you are begging for more. And so we will find out next week what happens on page 170. And yes, I am that mean kind of person. So love me or hate me, but we'll see you again next week as to what happens. I really take way too much joy in pausing it there. I haven't read the entry though. I will be fair. I haven't read the entry. I've just turned to 170. So we shall see. We shall see. Remember to hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed today's reading. And then you'll be alerted when the show goes live again next week as our journeys in the cultacy continue. Once again, massive thank you to the team who donated this Kai Initiate brooch. The link to the Etsy is in the description to tonight's video. A massive, massive congratulations to Craig, I want to say. And please remember to send me that email. If I don't get it by next week, Tuesday, the brooch will go to somebody else. All right. Thank you for watching. Happy gaming, everybody.